Hello, everyone, and welcome to another weekly oracle message for the zodiac. In this webisode, what we do is we look at an oracle deck each week and we pull one card from that oracle deck for each of the signs. And we start with the sign of the season that we're in at the time of releasing the video. So, this week, we are going to be working with the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck. And the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck by Nancy and Amy Brown. I'm not affiliated, but you can get it at Amazon, I'm sure. We are going to pull one card from the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck for each of the signs. And we are going to start with Capricorn and go through, because at the time of the release of this video, we are in Capricorn. And I do want to remind you that we all embody the full zodiac. So I want to inspire you to stick around and listen to the full messages to get a full reading. And if you know your rising sign, you can apply each message to the house and get a full reading that way. Otherwise, I encourage you to follow your intuition. The card will be on the screen so that you can see what the card is saying to you. You don't have to go with what I'm saying the card is saying. And allow me to bring confirmation to you. And if I'm not bringing confirmation and you find yourself arguing with the message, then this message is not for you. Please leave it for someone else that it is for. This is a general public message, so it will apply to you generally, and it will apply to everyone generally. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and before we do get started, I do have an announcement to make. This will be the second to last weekly Oracle Zodiac that we ever do. If you want to see it show back up, the full reading, the full thing, then hit like on this video. If I get enough likes on this video, I might bring the full thing back. But I think the weekly oracles, the weekly zodiac oracles, is going to go away. But for sure, the announcement that I have to make is that no more readings or blog readings or spiritual topics will be done on the Mystic Hillbilly channel. The Mystic Hillbilly is going to be a gamer channel. I'm moving more into the gaming side of things with the Mystic Hillbilly. But if you like that kind of content from the Mystic Hillbilly, then subscribe to our new channel, Celestial Grove Academy. At Celestial Grove Academy, that is where, if there's enough likes on this video, we will bring back the weekly Zodiac Oracle full reading. Now, the full reading's going away, but I am going to continue to post a oracle reading for each of the signs weekly, because I really love connecting into the signs energies weekly and connecting into where we're going as a collective weekly. So that I'll still do the individuals, but the full reading like this right here with the introduction and the ending with the blessing, for those that watch to the end of the video, I pray a blessing upon them. And yeah, I'm so thankful for each and every one of you that want to participate in this with me. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop doing the full reading that comes out on Sunday, like this one. It came out on Sunday, whenever I move over to the Celestial Grove. But I have other types of readings coming out, like full readings and pick a card readings and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun over at Celestial Grove. We got a lot of stuff going on. Also want to bring astrology into it and stuff like that. So go ahead and subscribe to Celestial Grove Academy on YouTube. And it's still Mystic Hillbilly at Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, all those others. But YouTube, we're switching Mystic Hillbilly from Celestial Grove. Mystic Hillbilly is going to be the gamer station, and Celestial Grove will be where you find readings like this. So if you like readings like this, go ahead and subscribe to Celestial Grove. In about 2 weeks from the time of the release of this video, Mystic Hillbilly will no longer have readings, and they'll all be at Celestial Grove Academy on YouTube. All right. So I just wanted to announce that. Also, I do not do personal readings. If you have anybody personal messaging you or replying to your comments that they're me to give you a reading, that's not me. I don't do readings that way. The only way to get a reading from me is to go to my website, celestialgrove.academy. You guys know. All right. Okay, I think we said everything that we need to say for the beginning. Let's go ahead and get this party started. At the time of the release of this video, we are in Capricorn season, so Capricorn is where we will start. All right, Capricorn, you got Moon Secrets 29. So, Capricorn, I feel like the need to remind you that life goes in cycles. So if you're in an ebb, know that a flow will come. And if you're in a flow, prepare for the ebb so that you can get back to the flow. I feel, Capricorn, like you're being tested. I feel for some of you Capricorns, you are being tested. And for others, you're about to be tested. And I feel for the Capricorns that are being tested, you're not quite passing. Not the way that your heart and soul would want you to. So it's not going to lead you to where you want to go either. And I feel for the ones that are going to be tested, once you reach this test, let this be your warning. Heed this warning. It's easy to fail. It's easier to fail than it is to pass. Capricorn, I feel like you're talking yourself into taking the failure path, convincing yourself that it is the path of success, but it's not. Capricorn, if this resonates, I need you to question your motives. I feel like, Capricorn, what really needs to be done here is focus on what true success is for you. If you could define out what true success is for you, then I feel, Capricorn, that you would be able to use that definition of success to convince yourself not to go the path of failure, if that's making sense. Because I really feel like once you've defined out what success means to you, it becomes really obvious that you were disillusioning yourself. That you were fooling yourself. And you won't want to fool yourself from there. You have to be true to yourself. Moon secrets. You don't have to tell nobody, just you and the moon. You don't even have to tell the moon. This is just between you and the moon. So let success be what your heart wants it to be. Don't even worry about what others say. And what I'm seeing here, Capricorn, is making excuses so that you can self-sabotage and then being upset with the self-sabotage. If you would define what success is, you wouldn't be able to make that excuse to self-sabotage, and you would clearly not want to self-sabotage. It would help stop that self-sabotage cycle, to begin a new cycle where you want to go. You know this, Capricorn. You know this. It's something you're doing, and it's not working for you, but you keep doing it anyway because you feel like you have your reasons, and you do. They're very valid to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that your reasons are wrong. They're right. All what I'm sitting here and telling you is that even with your right reasons, it's not going to lead where you want to go. And I think you know that. And so maybe let go of those reasons and those excuses and step more fully into the person that you want to be. A person of truth and integrity who knows their worth and stands true in it. Doesn't have to self-sabotage, because even though those reasons are true, success is so much sweeter. Your success, your heart's success. So sit down with your heart Find out what that truly is and be true. Don't care about what other people, like, don't be like, oh, people are going to think that, I'm an awful person because I want money in the bank. Who cares? That's what your heart wants. Write it down. Be true to yourself. You cannot be authentic. You cannot live a true life. You cannot get where you want to go. You cannot be successful if you won't be true to your heart. But you got this, Capricorn. You got this. It's just you're being tested. It's okay. It's okay. These tests they're not tests to take you down. They're tests to show you where you truly are. You can't say that you want to go do the thing if you're unwilling to prepare to go do the thing. I know that you know this, Capricorn. And you can't prepare by ignoring it or pretending that it ain't so. You have an opportunity to create a new cycle. The test is here to give you the opportunity to create that new cycle. You don't have to take it. You can fail. All that failing the test means is it means going through the cycle again and again and again. More and more. And it's not a bad thing. You failing the test means you're not ready. You don't want to. You would prefer self-sabotaging cycles. You're showing yourself what you want. That's what the test is for. You cannot. You're going to think that you can, but you can't. You cannot know where you're at. You'll be in disillusionment about where you're at unless you test it. The only way to see the truth is to test it. I know you know this, Capricorn. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you guys so much. Bring to this world your bright, loving, intellectual power. The world needs you. You got this, Capricorn. That's the message I have for you this week. I don't want to make it too long. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and walk in love out there, you guys. Aquarius, you got the shaman. I feel like a lot of healing energy is going on right now. I feel like you have healed a whole lot, and you are healing. You're helping heal others. I feel like you've gone through a lot and you're learning a lot of lessons, and it's making you stronger. And I want to encourage you that the lessons that you're learning through the healing that you're doing is needed. So know that the journey that you're going through serves a divine purpose. It doesn't even have to be divine. It serves a purpose. Know that people need the information that you're gaining through your healing journey, and that the lessons that you're learning will be needed to be taught. Does that make sense, Aquarius? I hope so. It's time for you to feel and believe in your purpose, your path, your healing, your message. And I'm here to confirm that the world needs to hear what you are ready to say. Stand true in your strength and stand true in your power. Believe in yourself. Believe in your journey. Believe in the healing that you've done. Love and trust the process. For it's by going through that we find our way. All right, beloved Aquarius, that's the message I have for you this week. I hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Pisces, you got the source of magic, polarities. This is about balance. You need to come into balance with yourself this week. You need to walk in balance. Try to balance the polarities of spirit and matter. And understand that this is masterful soul and body work. This is balancing both. So it's not easy. Also, there's a commitment that you're going to need to make this week, and you need to make sure that you feel open about the commitment, and make sure that it has ways for you to uncommit in the future if necessary, and that you are very clear on how you would uncommit. You know what I mean? You're very clear that if, yes, I will commit to this, and if I choose to uncommit, it means I will take this loss here. Make sure that you're very clear on that. So I feel like if any of you out there that are dealing with paperwork this week, read the fine details. But for the most part, I feel like only commit if you feel open and you're clear about the way that you could uncommit in the future. You're out. If any of those things is unclear, if you feel constricted, if you're like, you have to right now, that's a sign of no. Don't commit to that. And if they're like, oh no, it's easy, it'll be easy to get out, don't even worry about that, like that's not even it. We're talking about getting in right now, then don't commit, because they're making it too foggy about how the uncommit process could be. So be aware and take care of your future self. And I feel like, there's a need also to balance there this week, Pisces. I mean, I almost want to be like, hey, Pisces got a lot going on this week, but of course you do, Pisces. So you've got a lot going on your whole life, huh? But yeah, Pisces, there's a need to balance your past self with your future self into your present self. So take the lessons learned from the past self to take better care of your future self and be a better steward to your future self now. Does that make sense, Pisces? I hope so. And only commit to those things that you feel open and sure about and it feels safe. And if anything feels unclear, foggy, unsafe, no, and do not do it. So, yeah. All right, Pisces, that's the message I have for you this week. I hope it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Aries, I feel like you got pedestal, and usually this card means like you're putting something on a pedestal that doesn't need to be there. And you could easily take it off. You're acting like you're trapped. But Aries, for you, I feel like it's coming through. Somebody's putting you on that pedestal. They are acting like you're trapped and they won't let you get down. Like somebody's doing this to you. I feel, Aries, that you feel powerless, but you know that's not true. You cannot, I want to say you should not. You can't let powerlessness take control. Because if you let powerlessness take control, your power will be uncontrollable to you. So, I want to encourage you, even though you're in a situation that is way more powerless than it is powerful, I want to encourage you to focus on your little dot of power and to control that to the best of your ability. I want you to focus on what's in your control and to control it to do your best for what is in your control. And it's a choice that you have to make. You can choose to focus on the powerlessness of the situation, because I agree with you. Like if that black new moon was behind her, that black circle behind her was all the powerlessness. There's just a little dot of power that's in there. The rest of it's powerlessness. There's a lot. So, but it's that dot that you can control. If you focus on that little dot and on your control of it, and you can control the growth of the dot. You see where I'm going here? You can choose, instead of to focus on all the black, to focus on that little light dot. And you can notice how as you focus on it, you're able to make it grow a little bit bigger. Not right away, but you're able to kind of pulse it in and out. And As you do that, it creates a little bit more space around it that it's able to fill a little bit more. You do it again and again and again, and you see how your power begins to grow and become yours, and you step into your power. That's what I want to encourage for you this week, Aries. I also feel, Aries, I feel a lot of you are faced with a choice, a tough choice, a tough decision. Both sides have their consequences, Aries, and I feel like you guys are wanting me to tell you which way to go. Beloved Aries, the true, good, and Holy Spirit will never dictate your choices, will never stand in the way of your free will, ever. And I do strongly feel that as you focus on what is in your control and choose to ignore what is out of your control and to control what is in your control to the best of your ability, and as you get into your prayers, the answers will become clear to you. You don't need me to tell you which way to go. I'm just here to encourage you to focus on the good, to focus on what is holy, and to focus on what is yours, to release all the rest, and allow yourself to grow and trust yourself and build love with yourself through your own choices. They're yours to make. I can encourage you, but it's your choices to make. I'm not here to tell you what to do. All right, beloved Aries, I hope this message helps. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and walk in love out there, you guys. Oh, Taurus, this week you have the forget-me-nots. Taurus, this card is symbolizing a time where two beloveds have to go separate ways. This is where two best friends in high school choose different colleges and go different directions. It's not a breakup. This is your path is sending you this way, my path is sending me this way. And you still love each other, and you'll still support each other, and you would still love to be around each other any other time. This isn't a goodbye, this is a until I see you again kind of thing. So, beloved Taurus, I want you to take care of yourself, to love and nurture yourself, to know that there is no love lost. And to remember your beloveds. This could be, oh Taurus, this could be a loss of life. It's okay to grieve. It's okay. Remember them. Remember the joy that they bring you. And forget them not. Their love is still here. Their love is still real. It's just a departure. It's not a goodbye. You didn't need to say goodbye because it wasn't a goodbye. Just until I see you again. Oh, beloved Taurus. Take all the time that you need, but you can't always take all the time. Definitely that self-love, self-nurturing, and focus on your path one step at a time. Just keep moving forward one step at a time. It'll be okay. Know that your memories are still there and they're still real. And they can bring you comfort. And Taurus, just love yourself through the process, no matter what's going on. I feel like some of you Tauruses is like, what? There is no deep loss going on like that. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Just love the process. And this is about being willing to keep moving forward and seeing the beauty in life as you do. And to remember, and remembrance of the good times, no matter what's going on. All right, beloved Taurus, I hope this message helped. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Gemini, you got Magnolia. Focus. Gemini, I really feel like you are on the precipice of something good. You just have to focus and keep moving forward. You're doing a great job, Gemini. I feel like I'm just here to cheerlead you and say, way to go, Gemini. Yeah, you're doing great. You're there. You're almost there. I know that you can feel that you're almost there. You can see that you're almost there. Like, you know that you're almost there. It's not just that you feel you're almost there. You know you're almost there because it's almost there, but you need to stay focused here at the end is what I'm really hearing. It's not time to really celebrate yet. And it's really, I don't want to distract you with my cheerleading celebration. I want you to be able to focus on the go because there is still a couple things that could throw it off track, and then you don't want to fumble the ball here because it will feel like everything was for nothing. Even though everything wasn't for nothing, it will feel that way. So focus, remain strong. You are at the end. You're doing great. Focus, keep moving forward. This is just a week of keeping your focus, doing your job, staying diligent, and not getting distracted. Anytime you feel like something's distracting you, be like, back into the focus, because you want good things for yourself. So be willing to bring yourself all the way by not losing focus and keep moving forward. But you got this, Gemini. Like, you have the focus of, like a pro. So you definitely got this. And I mean, you've brought yourself so far. I really am. I'm cheering for you so much. I'm so excited about where Gemini is going. What are you guys doing? You guys are doing great. So yeah, I'm really proud of you guys. So just focus, keep moving forward. Don't lose your focus. Believe in yourself. I mean, definitely. Oh, and have a little fun with it, but not too much, because don't have enough fun that you lose your focus, because I promise there's fumbles in losing your focus this week. So, and if you do, don't get down on yourself. Just be like, oh, okay, regroup and get back up and bring yourself all the way through. So this is just a week of continuing to move forward, keeping your focus, and maybe not getting too serious so that you reach burnout. Allowing yourself fun times too. You could maybe allot fun times in your schedule, like I gave my full focus at work. Now I'm going to go home and I'm going to have fun for a couple hours, do your own thing, do it your way. But yes, you are building something beautiful. You are beautiful, and keep moving forward. You're amazing, Gemini. Just don't lose your focus. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and walk in love. All right, Cancer. Is this your card, Cancer? I feel like you've gotten this card multiple times. This is Cancer's card. But what I'm seeing, Cancer, this time is like, be true to yourself, stand up and live to your full potential. I'm also hearing like, get curious about how true you can be to your heart. Get curious about your heart's desires. Get curious about life. Get curious about how to show up in your life. How could you show up in your life to be more true to your own well-being? Yeah, I'm mostly hearing, stand in your beauty, stand in your truth, and get curious about your potential. Get curious about, if I took care of myself to the full, like if I'm taking care of myself as I am now, and I'm really able to show up and I'm really making a difference, what if I really took care of myself and really showed up? Get curious about your own potential and hopeful about yourself. Like, it's time to really give yourself that love, care, and that the nurturing that you give everyone else to be able to stand into their true self and to really live up to their potential. Nurture yourself to your full potential and believe in yourself. And there's just like, don't even care what anyone else thinks at all, because as you stand in your full beauty and your power, you are making such a big difference to this world. And maybe they don't realize that, But whenever they put you down, they're literally putting down everybody that you helped. And how does that feel, Cancer? That doesn't feel good. You would stand up for all of them, wouldn't you? So know that whenever they're putting you down, they're putting down everybody that you've helped and everybody that you will help also. Because if they can get you down, they keep everybody that you will help from being helped. So don't even, do stand up. Don't even let them get to you, and do even stand up for yourself, knowing that whenever you do that, you're actually standing up for everybody that you have helped and will help. Because they don't know who those people, they don't even know that they exist. They think that you're a standalone person. You're not, Cancer. You create ripples in this world. You are majestic. And whenever they put you down, they're stopping the ripples that were meant to be created from being created. And that's something to stand up for, Cancer. I know that you know it. So stand up for yourself, get curious about your own potential, and be true to yourself, and take care of yourself. You are so beautiful and you're amazing out there. Don't doubt it for a minute. All right, beloved Cancer, that's the message I have for you this week. I hope it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and walk in love. Leo, you've got 17 rescued. Leo, do you need rescuing, or are you rescuing someone else? I hear yes, indeed. So you're trying to rescue someone else and it's putting you in need of rescuing. Leo, I think we need to reflect on decisions here. So you've decided to rescue someone, and in rescuing them, you now need rescued. Interesting. So, Leo, I don't want to victim blame here. I do not want to victim blame here. But Leo, what ways could you have known, if any, there might not be any, but be honest, Leo, that helping them would have put you in this situation? And if so, why didn't you say no? Now let's get that out of the way, because it's not as relevant, but a reflection on decisions needs to be made. I feel, Leo, you only had your gut feeling to go off of, and you dismissed it because of facts. Now, that does not mean gut feelings trump facts every single time. Gut feelings can be wrong because you're not working with a fully healed vessel. Trauma and anger, sadness, lower vibrational stuff can get in the way of a true gut feeling. They can give you false positives. But I really feel, Leo, you know that you didn't listen to yourself. And I feel, Leo, that the assistance that you need won't be available if you don't take responsibility for where you are. So you must take responsibility for the fact that you decided to help that which harmed you. And then with that, you're able to reach out and find the help that you need to get out. And then I hope this is a valuable lesson for you, Leo, but I almost feel like, gosh, Leo, it is not your fault. It is not your fault. It isn't your fault. You wanted to help. The lesson to be learned here is not that you can't help. It's that you need to realize when you are in a position to help and when you're not. And there are times whenever you must deny your help because you're not in the position to. And maybe work on that type of language of, I would love to help, but I can't. I'm sorry. And you don't have to be sorry. I would love to help, I'm not in a position where I could. I hope you're able to find your help. Or I'm not able to help. I'm not in a position that I can. Hopefully, this resources, there's these resources available. If you go down to this office, you can get that type of help. Point them in the direction of professionals. That's the lesson to be learned here. And it's not your fault that this happened. It is not indicative that you can't trust yourself. It is not indicative that you make bad decisions. This is indicative that you're living in a fallen world that makes us have to learn harsh lessons that allows us to navigate the evil that is in this world, if that makes sense. It grows you stronger in that now you're able to navigate better, but it just feels unnecessary, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Leo. Not your fault. But the growth that comes from evaluating your decision-making process is possible to make the best out of a shifty situation. So, Leo, be willing to take responsibility for your choices and look for assistance and help, and know that you can't help whenever you're not in a position to, and it's okay to tell people no, and it's okay to protect yourself moving forward. All right, beloved Leo, I hope this message helps. Love you guys so much. Take care of yourself out there. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and walk in love where you can. All right, Virgo, you got Jewel of the Sea. Virgo, it's time to evaluate your values. What is important to you? And are you serving what is important to you, or are you serving the surface? What the kind of message that I'm getting here, Virgo, is like, you hold the value of family and connection, but you're acting like a broken glass is a reason to yell at someone and dissolve that connection ability. Does that make sense? But you actually do value that connection, but you're thinking that this spilled milk over here is worth tending to in a way that destroys that connection that you value. So you need to look within and see that you actually value the connection more than the upset over the spilled milk. Kind of feeling is kind of coming through, Virgo, and I want to be really sensitive with this, because I'm not trying to say that you're looking at the surface of things and everything, or you're being too critical. Imagine that, Virgo, you being too critical. But I don't know. I want to encourage you to look at the depth of things, to truly look at and reevaluate your values and where you come from with your stuff. Because I feel like if you would reevaluate your values, it would help you to act in ways to truly serve and take care of those values. Because what I'm seeing is, even though you value something, you're not truly taking care of it as if you value it. Does that make sense? So if you would really, it's because you're dismissing that you even value it. So if you would look at what you value and why you value it, then you would understand, oh, this needs to be tended to, it needs to be taken care of. So there's a need to take care of what you value this week, Virgo. There's been a lot of self-love, self-care coming through for Virgos, and I know Virgos, I'm a service-oriented person. I love to volunteer, and typically at volunteer places, you have Virgos and Cancers everywhere. So I know Virgos are very selfless and you are always at service to everyone else. But I feel like you guys are being called to go within and to be of service to yourself. So I feel like you don't need to be volunteering outward this week. And the volunteering needs to be for yourself. You need to volunteer to take care of yourself and to go within and to really reevaluate and evaluate your values and how you take care of your values and how you show up in your life for your values. Do you truly treasure these things? Look at what you truly treasure and how you take care of that which you claim to treasure. So look at what you take care of in yourself. And I'm not necessarily talking about, your surroundings, how do you take care of your jewelry? How do you take care of your makeup, whatever. I'm talking about like, how do you take care of your love? How do you take care of your joy? How do you take care of your wisdom? How do you tend to your inner peace? Those are your true treasures, Virgo. And it's time for you to tend to them and to find the treasure chests that they belong in and to take care of them like the treasures that they are to you. All right, beloved Virgo, I hope this message helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Libra, very interesting. You got home sweet home, but like what I'm hearing is home is in the heart. And Libra, I feel like there's a need to leave your physical home this week and to really get in touch with the home that's in your heart. Like, I don't know, Libra, there's almost a need to travel. Maybe go see a friend this week. Go visit a relative this week. There's a need to get out of the home and to get into the home that is the heart. And the heart, is with loved ones too sometimes. So maybe get together with some loved ones and really feel the love in the heart and the home feeling of feeling the love with loved ones. But yeah, there's a need to get out of the home and know that you can return. You can always return to your physical home, and that your heart is your home, and that your heart is where your home is, and move forward with that, and get out and explore. For some Virgos, or not Virgo, Libra, for some Libras, it might be a good week to take a camping trip or something. I don't know, maybe not this time of year, but I might be talking to someone in Australia, so yeah. But there's a need to get outside of the home and to enjoy what is outside of the home, knowing that you can return to your home. And there's a need to get into your heart and what you love and to experience love this week. So allow yourself to experience love and connect with loved ones if you can. And know that you belong, loving yourself and loving your heart and loving your life. So yeah, Libra, that is the message I have for you. Get outside, enjoy life, and know that you can return whenever you're ready. All right, beloved Libra, I hope this message helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Scorpio, you got the bubble rider. So I feel like this is kind of like you're riding on some hopes and dreams. There's a need to believe in yourself. You are going where you think you're going. There's a need to believe in yourself. And I feel, Scorpio, that this riding on the hopes and dreams, you feel a little bit of joy. I want to encourage you, Scorpio, to lean into that feeling of joy, even though I know that it's a little nerve-wracking for you because you're like, oh, no, it's a little bit. Don't let the joy bring the doubt. Instead, lean in. Think about it. The reason why you're nervous is because in the past, you've never really fully leaned in. You've always let the joy lead to some doubt. So keep riding those bubble dreams. Keep believing in yourself. I really want to encourage you, Scorpio, because I see what I feel like you're gonna get there. Like you are gonna get there. I want to really encourage you. You are going there. There's a reason why it feels kind of joyful and it feels kind of bubbly, Allow yourself to feel it a little bit. Allow yourself to feel it a little bit as much as you can, is what I want to say. But yes, allow yourself to feel the love and the joy and praise yourself along the way. You really have come a long way, and have quite a bit to go. There's a lot of work and dedication in there. And I believe that you'll continue to show up for yourself. And you are making amazing things. You're doing amazing things. You're heading towards amazing things. There's a reason why it feels so joyful. And I really, I'm like, okay, I know, but we're scared that the bubble's going to pop. And I feel like no fear, no reason to fear for that bubble pop. I think, yes, there are those that would love to pop your bubble, Scorpio. But for some reason, I want to laugh and say, let them try, let them try. Because they don't even realize they're going to try the old-fashioned way. That's not how you built your bubble. You didn't build your bubble like how they thought. It wasn't built with soap and water, was it, Scorpio? So I mean, you've reinforced things where they needed to be. You're very wise and you know what you're doing. So allow yourself to feel joy and to love the process and just be the best that you can. Believe in yourself. You're doing amazing things, Scorpio. I believe in you. Allow yourself to really feel the joy and the love and keep going. Believe in yourself. All right, Scorpio, that's the message I have for you this week. I hope it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Sagittarius, you have the winter. So Sagittarius, what I'm hearing is, this is a phase and a cycle of life and of time, and I feel like there's a need for renewal, and there's a need for you to slow down and to slow down, self-care, take care of yourself, renew, rejuvenate. Allow yourself to renew so that you can move into where you want to go, so that you can be the best for where you want to go. This is a time of slowing down and rest, renewal, and allowing yourself to rejuvenate. Of course, Sagittarius, you have free will. You can decide just to go, but I really think that you need to slow down and allow yourself to rest. And in the rest, you'll be able to gain the clarity and the strength that you need to really move forward where you want to go. Whereas if you go, you will just lead yourself to burnout and you're never going to get there. So slow down. And also, Sagittarius, I feel like there's a warning of don't take on anything new this week. Don't take on anything new this week. The answer is no. Can you help me? No, not this week. You can't. You cannot help them this week. Have your reasons for why not, but no. You can't help them this week. You can't take on anything new. You've got to focus on yourself. You've got to focus on this renewal. You need this renewal to be able to move forward. You're not going to get where you need to go if you don't take this week to renew. And I know you might be like, well, I have already got to do does. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying cancel all your plans. I'm saying do the plans that you have, do what you're committed to, show up where you're supposed to show up, but show up at the bare minimum. Show up and then leave and then take care of yourself. Rest, renew, rest, renew. You might feel more tired than usual. That's because you need more rest than usual. Don't you dare look down on yourself, think yourself lazy, or think yourself anything of it. You are renewing, rejuvenating. You are becoming. It's a process, Sag. Life is slowing you down to give you a chance to rejuvenate. Go with the slowdown. Don't push against it. Don't take on anything new. Do the bare minimum that you need to get done, and rest. Rest. Take care of yourself. But it's your choice, Sag. It's your choice. It's your life. All right, take what resonates, leave the rest, and walk in love. All right, here we are at the very end. As always, I pray blessings upon all those that made it to the end of this video. You guys are so amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through. Mother, Father, God, and Goddess, I thank you so much for the blessings and love and joy poured out upon all those watchers that made it to the end of this video this day and any day that they watch it. Thank you so much. And so it is. Shalom. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this message as much as I enjoyed giving it or more. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. And as don't forget that all the readings will be moving to Celestial Grove Academy on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe over there. And thank you all so much for joining me. If you want a personal reading, you got to go to celestialgrove.academy.com or you got to go to celestialgrove.academy.com. And yeah, I thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. As always, walk in love and be in grace.